Welcome back to Genso Manège. I will never say that right, just give it up. I know I have at this point.
これでよしっと。髪型も帽子の位置もバッチリね。
You think so?
大丈夫大丈夫。とっても可愛いわ。じゃあ戻りましょうか。
Yeah. Donned in my new clothes, I followed Clara as she stepped out of her tent. Each of the staff apparently had one of their own. Meals and showers were shared, but living spaces were separate. Thank you for all your help, Clara.
お礼なんていいわよ。大したことはしてないし。それというか、ヒューゴさんとセルジュさん以外はみんな呼び捨てで大丈夫よ。年も近いだろうし。あなた年は？
17?
ほんと？私も17よ。同い年ね。
Clara's eyes lit up.
レイブの女子は私だけだったから、あなたが来てくれてよかった。これから仲良くしてね。それと、敬語も必要ないから。
Right, yeah. I'd like that, Clara.
じゃあ、最初のお仕事よ。頑張ってね。
Clara gave me a gentle push on the back as soon as we made it back to the administration tent. Huh? What job? I looked around the room, which now included people I'd yet to meet.
みんな、紹介するよ。今日からレイブで働く新しい仲間だ。自己紹介をお願いできるかな、マドモアゼル。
Right. My name is Lily, and I'll be working with you all starting today. I'm technically a witch, but I can't use magic yet, and I intend to help out while I get a handle on it. For as long as you're in Blankburg, at least I'm going to do everything in my power to free you all. Despite how clumsy it was, my introduction garnered scattered applause. Can't say I have to do that very often. My heart's still pounding. I let out a sigh to calm my nerves. Meanwhile, the rabbit stepped forward and bowed.
僕の名前はリオン。短い間だけど、よろしくね。ああ、僕の方が年下だと思うから、呼び捨てで敬語は使わなくて大丈夫だよ。
Really? Okay then. It's nice to meet you, Leon.
うん。
He must really love his job if he's already in costume. Next to him was the boy who'd performed yesterday, scowling in a most displeased manner.
グリエだ。
And that was it for his introduction. I get the feeling he doesn't like me.
業務について不明な点があれば、私かヒューゴに聞いてくれ。
I will.
もう間もなく開演の時刻だ。各自、準備を再開してくれ。
はい。
They promptly vacated the tent. Serge returned to his desk and set about working on some documents. What now? As my eyes wandered for something to do, they met with Monsieur Hugo. He smiled back cheerfully.
タイミングがなくて言えていなかったけれど、その制服、とてもよく似合っている。
Thank you. Clara helped me tie it up.
清潔感があってスタッフにふさわしいね。そんな素敵な君に早速仕事をお願いしてもいいかな。
I do.
みんなの仕事ぶりを見学してきてもらいたい。見て回るうちにこの遊園地にもなれるだろう。興味のある仕事場から優先してもらって構わないよ。モチベーションは何よりも大切だからね。
I'll do that and try to stay out of people's hair.
よろしくね。じゃあ俺も出てくるよ。正門でお客さんを出迎えないといけないから。また後で会おう。まずはレイブを楽しんで。
Monsieur Hugo exited the tent, leaving only me and Serge. Okay, where to go? It is funny how all of these games do different, like, layouts for their controls, and you do kind of gotta get used to them, especially when you're switching game from game. Even from the same developer, that's a thing. I spotted Crier at the fountain putting on his juggling act. The park had only been open for minutes, but a large crowd had already formed.
メルシー、見てくれてありがとう。今日最初のパフォーマンスはこれで終わりだ。また後で別のを披露するから、よかったら遊びに来てくれ。
Crier grabbed his things, waved goodbye to his fans, and then caught my gaze as he was leaving. His expression changed in an instant.
なんだよ、俺によ。
I'm only here to watch. The director asked me to tour the park.
だったら他へ行けよ。俺のパフォーマンスは終わったところだ。
You're a dick. I'd be interested in seeing what goes into it, though. Where are you off to next?
別にどこだっていいだろう。
This isn't going very well. He must really not like me. He was nothing like this at to his audience. I racked my brain for anything I might have done to offend him, but nothing came to mind.
まあ、ついてきたいっつうなら好きにしろよ。作業が地味すぎて幻滅しても知らねえけどな。
We found our tsundere, everybody. We got it. So I can go with you?
いいとは言ってない。勝手にしろって話だ。何都合よく解釈してんだよ。
It's not like I want you to follow me or anything. There's no way. If they actually say that, I'm getting up and walking away. It's too obvious of the trope to go for. Sorry.
別に謝ることじゃねえけど。
So does that mean I can shadow him? I'm confused.
おい、行くぞ。ぼさっとしてんなよ。次の準備があるんだからな。
Coming. That's a relief. At least he doesn't hate me. Give him time. I tailed Crier as he performed all throughout the park. Where to next? I'd been all over, but there was still so many other places to see.
見学は順調かい？
I turned to Monsieur Hugo. Monsieur, hello. I think I've seen about half of the park now.
じゃあ一息ついたらどうかな。そろそろお昼だからね。
Is it really? All of a sudden, I felt very hungry. Where does everyone normally eat here?
俺たちはスタッフ用の食堂を使うけれど。
A childish smirk spread across his face.
君は屋台で食べたらどうだい？オートマタの仕事ぶりも見学しておかないとね。
Are you sure the employees should be eating from them, though?
今日は特別だよ。ほら、俺の気が変わらないうちに行っておいで。
I suppose I will. He handed me a meal ticket. I took it over to the stalls. Oh, that smells wonderful. The warm aroma of cinnamon wafts off freshly fried churros, made it impossible not to grin. I sat down on the edge of the fountain and took a satisfyingly crispy bite. The attractions, the performances, and even the food. I've never been to a more perfect amusement park. I was on the job, of course, but I was genuinely having the time of my life, too. I'm going to kill a dog. I put my controller somewhere else. Everyone gets on with their lives just like the rest of us, and yet they're all trapped. It's so easy to forget this place feels like a dream. The clouds began to gather that afternoon. The rain came soon after. Threads like silk poured from the sky without warning. The stir went through the park as people ran for cover in the downpour. I hope it stops soon. I wasn't the only anxious one.
いつ晴れるかな。早くティーカップに乗りたいよ。
雨が止まなかったらもう帰るの？せっかく遊園地に来たのにつまんない。
Oh, can we play piano? The children are beginning to get restless. I feel so awful for the guests if this goes on all day.
君も雨は退屈かい？
No, I'm just worried about the guests.
それなら心配は無用だよ。彼に
Whose? Oh, he's gonna play. No, really? Monsieur Hugo directed me to surge with his gaze.
遠くの空は晴れている。
I followed his eyes skyward. He was right. The sky was only partially covered, and it seemed clear a little further off.
通り雨が去るまで私が対応しよ
I do love the art.
よろしく。期待しているよ、セルジュ。
う。ああ、分かって。
I think I hit a button that skipped. Serge slowly and deliberately made his way across the pavilion. In the back was a piano. I'd assumed it was for decoration, but evidently not. After some short preparations, Serge took a seat. I'm pretty sure there's a Pokemon trainer named Serge, and it keeps throwing me off now. Took a seat and placed his hands on the keys. There was a moment of stillness. Wow. Damn right. A gentle melody began to flow from Serge's fingers. The rain all but vanished thanks to his dulcet tones. Even the children... there is one named Serge. Okay, it's spelled different. Yeah, no, that's what's coming into my head every time I see him now, and it's terrible. Even the children were entranced. They couldn't help but listen. Just like that, the restlessness dissipated. It's beautiful. He plays so gently. I can't believe this is the same Serge that I met this morning. I can't. Chad, get that out of here. I can't anymore with that thing in the screen. It's ruining it. I'm gonna have to mod that in later. Oh, that would be terrible. It is just a art piece, so theoretically, I guess you could.
セルジュの担当は経理だけれど、雨の日だけはこうしてパフォーマンスをするんだ。
Miko says hi, everybody.
「素敵な演奏だろ？雨は退屈じゃないと思わせてくれる。」
You're right. The weather's the last thing on my mind right now. I almost wish it would last longer. Serge played several pieces until the rain had well and truly passed. Each and every tune carried the same gentleness, that same tranquility. It was, in a word, beautiful.
皆さん、ご清聴ありがとうございました。
He bowed as the guests showered him in applause. The sky was clear and the perfect rainbow stretched across it.
素敵な演奏をありがとう、セルジュ。
The director offered his gratitude at once. I should say something too. Well done, you're gonna get punched for that one. Let's see. Oh, you can jump back a line, that's new. I guess that's their way of going backwards if you want. That was beautiful, Serge. Yeah, no, that's how that, yep. He seemed to struggle to speak for a moment.
そうか。
He averted his eyes, but I didn't sense any bitterness in his response. So, you play every time it rains?
来園者を退屈させるわけにはいかないからな。通り雨で帰られて、売り上げが落ちては困る。
His words betrayed just a little of the kindness I felt earlier. I'm sure profits are important for finances, but I get the feeling he likes to make people smile too. You were very good. Everyone was stunned silent.
昔に比べて、腕は落ちたかな。
He looked down at his right hand. It really was a beautiful performance. And that must mean Serge is a beautiful person. I'd like to think so, at least. He'd been somewhat standoffish at first, but now I realized he was only like that on the surface. The recital had changed my entire impression of him. And he's reached bangable status. I'll be here again tomorrow. Have a good night.
お疲れ様。気をつけて帰ってね。
I will. I ducked out of the administrative tent. The sun had set long ago and the stars were twinkling. I made it through my first day. I'd taken a look at everyone's jobs and my magic practice at closing had gone well too. I've got a long way to go, but I think I can say I'm proud of today. And I will be tomorrow too. I muttered to no one in particular. Contrasted against the stillness of the park, my self-encouragement sounded almost enthusiastic. Then I heard footsteps. I glanced out until I found someone loitering in the distance. Who is that? I think that's a mascot guy. I didn't recognize him. He looked about my age, maybe younger? He must be an employee. I haven't met if he's here after hours. That looks like a Reveille uniform, too. Before I could say anything, though, the boy walked away. Oh, right. I'd better get home. I exited through the gate and returned to the familiar roads. Somehow, though, after a long day of work, they felt almost untrodden. So I think that's where we'll leave it. So the chapters aren't terribly long, which is nice. So we'll stop here for right now. And I will see you guys next time for more Genso. Bye, everybody.